I am so excited for this week's book review because we're going to be reviewing the 12-week year. This is going to be life-changing. Watch this video if you want to stop waiting for Friday, stop waiting for summers, stop waiting for New Year's to form your resolutions. It's now the end of September. We still have 3 months. And by now, you may look at your New Year's resolutions and you think, I haven't seen them for a while. I haven't done those things in a while. I haven't worked on my goals for a while. I can still make it. I can still make my goal because I was lacking in the middle of the year. But now, if I only have 3 months. 3 months is so long. I can work on my goals and still finish them. Is it really effective to make a goal and then not stick to that plan for 50% of the time? I think you could do better. I think I can do better. So that's why I bought this book. It's called The 12-Week Year. And the authors basically say you have a year of 12 weeks. This is your period. And after that 12-week increment, you get another period. And one thing I really like about it is that you don't have to wait until next year to form resolutions. You don't have to stick to the goals that you've set so many months ago because we also change. We evolve as humans. What I want to start with is a very harsh truth. Telling people what you're going to do is not going to get you anywhere. Because let's face it, you cannot build a reputation on the things that you're going to do. You actually have to execute them. Do not say what you're going to do, just show it. Just disappear for a while. Do the thing and then come back stronger. Come back while the goal is finished. That is what you need to do. You do not have to think about it. Well, you have to think about it. You can be really talented in a sport, but if you do not execute, if you do not have the discipline, if you do not work for it, it's not going to happen. So you have to be laser focused on what you want to do. In the book, they even say that, for example, professional athletes, they really focus on one kind of movement or muscle group or technique for a couple of weeks and then move on to the next. So you could also implement that. You could even say in these 12 weeks, I'm going to only focus on this skill because this skill is going to level me up to a higher point and then I can focus on another skill. So what are the pros of setting up a 12-week year? As I mentioned earlier, you do not have the obstacle of a long year where you don't necessarily see the finish line and you can slack really easily within the middle of this period. Let's say you have 12 weeks where everything is going bad. Then you have that 12 week, you finish those 12 weeks, you make the best of it, and you can start again. You can start with new goals, you can pivot, you can try new things, you can experiment. That is the whole point about this 12-week year. You don't have to stick to your goals for a year long. You just have to stick to that goal for 12 weeks. And after 12 weeks, you can just brush it off, just take it off, and then begin again. On the other side, if you were in those 12 weeks locked in, everything was going great, well, you can build upon that. You can just keep on going and set new goals for the other 12 weeks that resemble what you've already accomplished. So it's a win-win. If things are not going great, brush it off and start again. If things are going great, continue. At this point, you may ask me or yourself, okay, how am I going to execute? What am I going to put in the 12-week plan to become great? Well, let me tell you. The execution system is going to help you to be at your best every day by creating clarity and focus on what matters most and a sense of urgency to do it now. Every day resembles a week and every week resembles a month. And I'm not saying that you have more time, so there are not only 24 hours in a day, you can divide that by 3 and then you have so many more hours in a day. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not going to shift the dimensions of time. What I am going to say to you is that sometimes the goal seems so far away that you feel like you still have time. If you have 12 weeks, then you are going to review every week. So you really have to be mindful of how you spend your time. Let's be honest, we all do have 24 hours in a day, but are our priorities linked to how we allocate our time? I don't think it is that way for 100% of the time. And I'm not saying become a robot and plan every 10 minutes of your life. No, you still have to find balance, but I think we could do better. So the 8 elements of the execution system, I got a little distracted. The elements are vision, planning, process control, measurement, time use, and accountability. So I'm not gonna discuss all of them. I leave some for you to find out what they mean, but let's dive into them. Before you set up a goal and create this 12-week plan of yours, you first need to have a vision. Where are you going? What are you gonna do? This life is yours to live. You decide what you do every day. If you're an adult and if you make your adult money and if you live in a home that you provide for, you have free will. You could do whatever you like. And that makes it maybe difficult because there are so many options in this world. So you really have to stay grounded to your vision. What are your values in life? What do you find important? And there's also a beautiful quote in the book that says, all I wanted is to be somebody. Now I realized that I needed to be more specific. You could be anybody. And there are quotes and books that say, everybody's taken, just be yourself. Okay, but what is yourself going to be? What are you going to do in this life? Because honestly, for me, I feel like I have so many different characteristics, not personalities, but characteristics that define me. And I could go this way, I could go this way. Both of those directions represent me, but I still have options within being my own person. So you really have to be mindful of what your vision is going to be. Then we move on to the next one, and it is about being conscious about your time. I think I've already done another video about this, and otherwise I can find multiple podcasts, interviews, or articles. I will link them below. Are we really using our time effectively? Look at your week and then look at your vision and your values and see if they are aligned. Because sometimes they're not. And I'm not saying again to become a robot, but I am saying if you say something, you better execute on it. And if you say you find this and this and this and this important, then you also have to act on it because you are the one that's maintaining your life. No one's gonna do it for you. Also for setting your goals, let's say I want to lose weight. Then my goal is not to lose this amount of weight. It's about different factors that lead up to that goal. So you really have to think about the goal. Okay, what do I want to accomplish? What do I want to be? You also have to make it active, not passive. I want to lose weight. No. You have to do it. It's not going to come to you. You have to take the accountability. What does that mean exactly? How are you going to accomplish that? And split that up into these 12 weeks and then to a week and then to a day. What can you do daily to really accomplish that goal? It also has a lot to do with Atomic Habits or with any other book that is about a new routine, a new system or a habit. Yeah, but you really have to, if you want to accomplish a goal, if you want to have freedom in life, you have to have good systems in place. And this 12-week plan is going to get you there. I'm going to start next week. That's why I want to upload this video this Sunday already. Up until those 12 weeks, it's going to be the end of this year. So it's a good motivation for all of us. And let's see how things go. Also put a comment down if you want to try it as well. Maybe we can review it after 6 weeks together. So I'm excited to try it. I hope you are too. And I'm going to see you on the next one.